Hello, hello, Raza. Thank you for checking in with your boy DJ JR, straight out of Houston, Texas. As I said, today I will be interviewing an awesome and beautiful and talented Tejano artist, Erika Renee. She has two awesome tracks. That's No Te Preocupes and Tu Chaparrita. You can find that on every major platform, and y'all make sure and check that out. I will be going live with her on Messenger, and y'all get to know a little bit about her and stuff like that. So don't forget to click the like on my YouTube channel and on my Facebook DJ page. I will put that info on the video. Okay, so let's get to it, Raza.
Good.
Hey, hello, amiga, ¿cómo estás?
Hi.
Doing all right?
Yeah, it's like my face was up in the camera.
Oh, it's all right, it's all right. I didn't. You were too busy, right? I know you work out a lot.
Yeah, I was working out.
Órale, órale, muy bien. That's cool. Well, all right. I wanted to go ahead and get a little, let people know a little bit about you and stuff like that. I seen right there on your bio that you're from Chihuahua. You're Chihuahua, Mexico?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. And then right now you stay in San Antonio, ¿verdad?
Correct.
Okay. How long have you been in San Antonio?
We moved here in 2006.
2006?
We were in Arizona and we moved here in 2006.
Oh, really? There's a lot of Tejano over there in Arizona, right? A little, más o menos, right?
Yes.
A little bit?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
My first single went to #1 over there, so
really?
they really like it, yeah.
Awesome, awesome. That's cool. I was going to tell you, and at what age did you start singing? Or did you something that you started doing like más adelante, or like something that it's something that you started doing that hace mucho, like when you de niña?
When I was little, I used to love singing at home.
At home?
I would just, I thought I could sing, I was chiquita.
Oh, okay.
And I would, grab the hairbrush, or my dad used to have like fixed radios and TVs.
Oh, really?
And he had a room specific for him. Yes, I would grab the vacuum cleaner and just pretend like it was a microphone, and
that's cool.
So yeah, I would do that at home. Just ever since I was little. But I remember finding this case with my parents' music.
Oh, okay.
And I know I mentioned it before, where my father was, he's very to himself. He keeps to himself.
Oh, okay.
He's a great person. I love him so much. He just doesn't. He's not very open. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very reserved. That's the word I'm looking. He's very reserved. Mm-hmm. Yes. So I was trying to learn about him, and I learned about him through music. So that's kind of how that started.
Oh, okay. And then but did you like, as far as like, because your music is like Tejana, you know what I mean? And
yes. And
like, did the music that they listen to, did like your family, did they listen to Tejano, or is it like some other kind of music, like like my parents, they listen to like which was like Invasores, my dad and stuff like that. But did you grow up into the Tejano music también, like your family and stuff like that? Did they like that?
No, we used to hang out at family, barbecues, and they used to listen to Tejano music, so that's what I remember.
Oh, okay.
But my mom and my dad, especially my mom, she loves norteño.
Oh, really? Okay.
So, and then, banda is also big in Arizona, so it's just, a little bit of everything. But Tejano stuck to me when I was here, because I remember it from when I was little. Really? So it brought back a lot of memories, so that's kind of why it started with the Tejano.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. I was looking at an interview, I believe it was on YouTube, I forgot her name. She was in, you were saying that you started because you liked, you would do karaoke, right? Or something like that? And then you decided to, like, hey, well, let me give it a shot, right, to record, right, and stuff like that? Because people, they like your music, right? Well, they like hearing you sing, right?
Yes, they would actually stand at the door, like, they would be on their way out, and then they would say, Erica's next, and they're like, oh, she's next, and they would be waiting, then, like, at the door, and then once I would finish singing, then they would leave, nos saludaban, or just people would pass by on their way out and say, I really enjoyed your singing. I really enjoyed the music. I had no idea what you were saying, but it sounded really good. And,
oh, really?
It sounded like you put a lot of emotion into it, and I can feel the emotion. So yeah, that's kind of how it started with karaoke. But then, you know, they started telling me, you should try it professionally, and I was like, thank you, you know. But yeah, I started looking into it, and I had like a previous project, and it kind of got put on hold.
Okay.
But, you know, the karaoke was kind of like an outlet for me. It was a sort of therapy for me.
Okay.
I had been in school and taking care of my kids and college or army and work, and, you know, I was just full-time everything. You know, sometimes I was taking, at one point, I think it was like 7 classes while, you know, taking care of my kids and working. I mean, it was just too much, you know, a lot. So I needed a break. And when my friend invited me to go karaoke, that's when I was like, you know what? Yeah, well, I'll try it. And my biggest fear was public speaking. I've always been scared of speaking in front of large crowds. But I felt like, you know what, if I can sing, you know, that's something different, you know. So to me, singing helped me with my public speaking.
Oh, okay. So you were kind of like, come on, you're shy or something, like to be like in front of a big crowd and stuff like that?
Yes, it kind of took me out of my element, you know. But I faced it, you know. It was a fear of mine that I had, and, you know, I just wanted to do it, and if I didn't do it, you know, I just felt like I was being held back. And with the singing, you know, it helped me a lot. So I was like, finally, you know,
well, that's good.
I overcame my fear.
That's cool. That's cool. And when was the first time that you performed? Like, no, say on stage? You say, like, was it like fanfare, or was this like somewhere else, like somewhere else?
No, there was a bar. It was called Las Cositas. I don't know if it's still there.
Oh, yeah, Las Cositas. Pepe Leon, right?
Yes.
Yes. That's a friend of mine.
Yes. And not him, I'm sorry. Antoine Jacinto, which was a band member with Eddie Gonzalez.
Oh, okay.
Had friended me on Facebook, and that was through fanfare, because I had gone to fanfare, like, you know, 4 days straight, party all day long. And I received a friend, you know, request, and I accepted it, and, you know, and then, you know, he kind of started, you know, getting me into the whole scene at the beginning. And so I ended up at Las Cositas because he was having a birthday bash there. And he invited me to go and sing, you know, during his birthday party. So it was just one song, you know, but man, like, I was so nervous.
Oh, really?
You know, but I did it, you know. I was excited, and it was live, you know, and that was the first time I ever performed live. So it was different than karaoke, I'll tell you that. I learned a lot that one time. Mic check, you know. But yeah, it was so much fun.
That's awesome. You know, and then I was looking through también. I was looking on YouTube, and then I was like, man, because, you know, with all this COVID going on, I saw someone recorded and uploaded your performance in fanfare. You're under the bridge, ¿verdad? Like this year, and then what was it like? It had to be like a Wednesday, no? Like a Wednesday or Thursday, or no?
Yeah, it was the first day. It was
Thursday,
opening day. I think it was Thursday, and it was like I opened the show, you know, at the farthest stage you can get to. But then you know, once we finished performing, we got invited back that evening, and so, you know, part of the band had to leave. So within an hour, we put together another band, you know, and we performed, you know, and it was 6 o'clock, and it was even better, you know, the second time around, and you know, and I'm sure it'll be better even, you know, third time around. So it was fun. So
are you planning to, like, you're planning to sign up for next year, también on fanfare?
Hopefully, yes.
Well, hopefully it go through, right? With all this mess.
Yeah, we'll see.
I was so mad. I really wanted to go so bad. I was like, man, you know, I missed. You know, there was a couple of groups. You know what I mean? I go every year. I never miss it. And I was like, man. And then, you know, I came across your video the other day. I was like, oh, you performed even that day too. That's awesome. But the good thing is you even got to perform, because What, it didn't even happen on Friday, right? Because they shut it down, like, I think, like at noon, ¿verdad? Something like that?
Yeah, I don't know exactly, but I know everything Friday was canceled. I was supposed to do, like, an autograph session, and that didn't happen.
Oh, okay.
You know, everything just was shut down Friday, so yeah, I was kind of upset too, because I was looking forward to, you know, going and showing support to the other artists as well.
Yeah.
You know, I like going to see artists perform and show them support.
Of course,
and,
yeah.
I was, you know, I was just excited, and then they canceled it, so yeah, I was kind of bummed.
I know. That sucked, man. Another thing te voy a preguntar, and I was reading on your bio, those two, the songs que tienes, tu Chaparrita and the one, you wrote those songs? You wrote those, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I wrote them, yes.
Is that your first time ever writing those songs, or have you wrote songs before, antes, like years back or something like that, or?
No, I used to write poems when I was in high school. That's as far as, you know, writing material, like creative writing, you know, essays left and right, you know, throughout college, but high school, it was poems. And the Chaparrita, the way it came about was my husband and I had a disagreement, and instead of arguing about it, I decided, you know, let's just, you know, when we get upset, we just walk away from each other, you know, and just kind of give ourselves some time to breathe. And instead of being mad and, you know, throwing doors or whatever, I decided to sit down. I saw my notebook, and I grabbed it, and I grabbed a pencil, and I just wrote down whatever, and what came to mind, I just, you know, prayed. I was like, God, just tell me what to write, and I just, whatever first words came out, that was it, you know, and that was it. I didn't change anything. I didn't, you know, I did cut some of the stuff towards the end of the song, but it just because it didn't go along with it. But for the rest, like the words, the way I wrote them, that's the way. One time, so and it took like 5-10 minutes, something like that.
Really? So it's basically what you wanted to really get out there. You know, it's in the song. So you just did some adjustments just so para que, you know, it could be right, with the rhythm and everything. Is that basically what you're saying? Like the lyrics just came straight. You know, that's whatever you see in the lyrics, that just came out. You know, the melody didn't really come to me until later. It sat there for a while, you know, and then I recorded something that kind of sounded similar to what you actually hear on the song. And so when I went to the first producer, I said, you do what, you know, you tell me, you know, he tried 3 times. That was Severo Contreras. And, talented man.
By the 3rd time, I was like, you know what, let me show you something. And it was similar to what I had. So it's like, okay, so it sounds like we're heading in the right direction. So we went with that, you know. So him and I had something pretty similar, and you know, the rest, you know,
it just came together, huh?
He came up with.
And that guy, he produced your song, ¿verdad? From Texas Latino. Severo, yeah. He's
yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, he got his studio over there in San Antonio también, ¿verdad?
Yes. Yeah, he did the Chaparrita, and then for the second one, the way that came about is, of course, like, you know, the melody just kind of, or the chorus just came to me. You know, I was taking a shower, and this just melody just kept coming to my head. Para que sepas, and I just tried to keep it going, you know, but, you know, I kept doing it over and over. And then when I got out, I recorded it, you know, just however I thought. And then later on, I just, you know, wrote around whatever that, you know, whatever the melody was. And it sat there again, you know, for a while. And I had a friend, his name is Brandon Ortiz. And I met him there at Las Cositas. And he had mentioned to me, you know, I can help you. I didn't know you were a singer. And just give me one song and I'll do it. And I was like, yeah, yeah, okay. Well, I didn't know who he was really. And he had mentioned it to me. He's like, oh, I used to play for Steve Noel. And I was like, oh, okay, I don't know who that is. So I've been out of the music, you know, I hadn't listened to music for a long time because I was in college full time.
Oh, okay.
And so I didn't really listen to music. But he, you know, he told me I used to play for Steve Noel and I play with this band. And I was like, okay, cool, you know, and I just kind of, okay, thank you, yeah, I appreciate it. And we kept in touch, you know. I think it was like April of last year was when we first met. So it's been a while. And then finally this year, he was like, you know, like I said, we kept in touch. And then he said, hey, you know, let's work on something. So I was like, okay. And I said, well, I have this song that I wrote. I said, I have a melody to it. And I'll give you that challenge. And he was like, okay, but, you know, he approached me. You know, he asked me, give me a chance. So I was like, okay, cool. And so he made the music arrangements for it. I gave him the melody. And he really liked it.
Cool.
And and I appreciate that he really believed in me. I mean, he did an awesome job with the music, you know. The only thing is that, well, he was like, I work with Eric Avalos at the Music Bowl.
Okay.
So that was, I guess, his only condition, you know, I'll do it for you, I'll produce it for you, but you have to record it, you know, at the Music Bowl. And I was like, okay, that's fine, you know. And so, you know, that was an opportunity, you know, and I liked what he was doing, you know, so I said, I agreed to it, you know. So it was just through him that I went, you know, to the music book. And I had, you know, I hadn't met Eric, but we were friends on Facebook, and he had offered me también, you know, to go and record over there. I just, you know, I didn't really know where Seguin was.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really go out of town.
Yeah.
So, you know, I you know, that was just, you know, one of the, you know, reasons, one of the many reasons why. Pero, you know, we finally met. He's a really nice guy, very gentleman-like. I have nothing but good words to say about him and you know, Brandon. They've been, you know, great with me. And Eric, you know, was super easy to work with.
Yeah.
Whatever you want, you know, I'll do whatever. Very cool guy.
That's awesome.
That's all I can say.
Qué bueno. And then have you ended up, like you mentioned out of town, like have you played out of town, or most of the stuff is like in San Antonio, or have you gone outside of San Antonio, like here and there?
I did go do a toy drive in Corpus.
In Corpus?
I believe, yeah, it was Corpus. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was with Roberto Palitos. He had offered, you know, the opportunity. I was like, hey, you know what, I'll go. I want to donate, you know, well, not offered. He mentioned it to me, and I said, oh yeah, I'll go. I want to go.
Cool.
You know, I want to do something good, you know. And so we did. He arranged a toy drive, and you know, we went and delivered the toys, and I met Chevy Love there. I met Santos Leal, Chingon Radio. So that was my first performance outside. It was like not like a full live band type thing, you know, but we did a duet, and we were supposed to do it at another bar también, but you know, that got canceled. I'm not sure why, but the bar closed down and didn't do anything that day. So that's pretty much been my outside.
Yeah, I got you.
Performing.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I was gonna ask you because, like I said, I was looking at your performance and stuff, and then I saw you were playing you know, you played your Chaparrita and you're playing like some tejano, you know, with teclado and all that stuff, which they call it rancheras, right? And so I was gonna ask you, what do you like performing more, or is it like entre los dos, you like both of them, but like cumbias? Or you like the rancheras, like the, you know, like the vuelta, you know, and all that. So what do you like performing more?
I love a little bit of everything. I'm gonna be honest. I love the tejano beat, you know. I love it. Rancheras, I love it también.
Like singing it, like you prefer, like there's not one you prefer more, like, or just tan iguales las dos, like you like them both to sing.
I don't know. I guess it's just the way I'm feeling. You know, sorry, somebody's Mac is from La Calma's messaging.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Hi, Mac. But I don't know. It's just, you know, however I'm feeling. I love mariachi too. I love banda. Like, I know banda's not a big thing, you know, around here, but you know, I grew up with it in Arizona. So and I'm from Mexico, and we love everything. You know, I'm not really into the corridos, but you know, I'll listen to them, and some of them are pretty good. You know,
that's more like drinking music, verdad? More like relaxed.
I'm all over the place with the music. I love it all.
Is there, now let's ask you, as far as because you sing Tejano and everything like that, is there any other music like that you like way outside of, you know, Tejano, banda, corrido, you know, anything like that? What else do you like? What other type of genre?
So there's a girl named Mona Ferte.
Okay.
She's from Chile.
Okay.
And I just love her. You know, she's a girl crush.
Oh, really?
You know, yeah, like she's an amazing vocalist. You know, I know I'm not like any Ariana Grande or anything like that, but this girl is amazing. She does like boleros, which I love también, boleros. She does, you know, rancheras and kind of like rock stuff.
What's her name?
Mon Laferte. Her name is Montserrat Laferte. She came out on a show, and I think she won on the show. It was like an American Idol type thing version in Chile, or maybe La Voz, I don't know. But I don't know. I heard her, and I was like, wow, this girl can sing, you know. And she, after watching a couple of her videos and documentaries, I found out that she had some sort of throat cancer.
Oh,
and she went through therapy, but man, she sounds awesome. Really? You know, like wow. And after that, I had to learn. You know, I learned pretty much all of her first album. You know, all the songs in her first album, and I took my daughter to go see her concert here when she came to San Antonio.
Oh, really?
And my daughter doesn't really like. I try to teach my kids Spanish, but they're learning.
I know that's my little one también. He's the same way. Like, you know, little words like ven para acá, hey, quieres de comer, like that. But man, you go crazy with the sentence, and you don't even know what the hell you said. No.
Yeah, no, my eldest, who's in the Army currently, he's stuck at Fort Sam right now.
Oh, okay.
He speaks more of the Spanish. I did have them speaking Spanish before, pero you know, Dad took over for a while at home because he was going to college, and he speaks mostly English. He speaks Spanish, but he would speak mostly English to them. So ya los tenía hablando español yo, y lo perdieron.
Oh, yeah, it depends who you hang around with.
But and so I took her, and she didn't really know who she was, and so I asked her at the end. I was like the first one to stand up. I was singing, and like I was really the only one standing up at the beginning, and I was like, oh, you know, and singing all of her songs and everything, and she was just looking at me like, Mom, sit down. But I was just recording, you know, and at the end I asked her, like, what do you think? You know, what do you think of her? And she was like, it was a really good concert. You know, she had everybody involved, and then she had like a short intermission, but when I came back, like it was like she was gone. Everybody's like, yeah, what happened? You know, and I was like, what happened? And my daughter was like, it's over. And I was like, what? No, I didn't even get to say bye.
That's cool.
And another despedimos, you know.
Yeah.
And but she came back to the show, and you know, I got to see her perform a couple of other songs. But oh my God, like girl crush, you know, I was in love with her. You know, she's amazing vocalist.
Awesome. You know what? And you know, and I might be wrong because you know I go to Mexico a lot to Coahuila, Saltillo, Coahuila, and you know that's why you know I got a lot of friends that they listen to they like a lot of rock, you know, like in Espanol, right? And I wonder if that girl you're talking about, because he showed me 2 videos, and I might be wrong. She don't have a video where it's like real like como it looks like, you know, como los indios out in like DF. Is there a video like that where they're like all dressed like an Indian or nothing like that? You don't have a video like that? Like they're all like como like like the, you know what I'm talking about, like the those pyramids out there in Mexico City, right? And that is that there's not a video like that, like with her in there. Like they're all like
not
Indian.
That I can remember. Not that I can remember.
I might be someone else, but if I figure it out, well, after this, I'll send it to you.
She likes to wear like red flowers in her ear, and she does like the very
Spanish style.
La vitola. So I mean, she plays guitar amazingly. She wears like I don't know. They compared her to Amy Winehouse.
Really?
You know, kind of like that style. Cool. But she doesn't. I don't think she does jazzy type of stuff. You know.
Really? Oh, okay.
But just yeah, they compare her a lot. I don't really think so, but you know, to each his own. She's more like retro. She dresses more retro. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
And I like during summertime. I love wearing retro. Order stuff online.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I guess that's how I got kind of drawn into it.
Well, está bien, that's cool. ¿Qué te iba a preguntar también? As far as oh, well, I already asked that. Is that well? I don't know how far back can you say someone like inspired me? Would you say her, or you'd go further back and say like, well, this artist, I'm inspired by this artist. You know what I mean, or something like that. Would you go further back?
I would say probably Rocío Dúrcal. You know,
she's awesome.
I saw her up and down, left and right, that I sang exactly like her back in the day. Awesome. You know, now I don't because I had an injury, like I injured my neck and shoulder area.
Yeah.
So I don't sing the way I used to sing back then. You know, I do struggle. You know, but I do my best. You know, there was a time when I didn't speak. You know, at all. I wasn't really. I was going to college and coming home, and I didn't really interact with people. You know, so I didn't hear music. I didn't sing music. I wasn't really having conversations, and I kind of struggled. You know, for a bit, and I kind of music. You know, just singing brought me. You know, was a therapy for me and brought me back. And but as far as looking up to people, she was an amazing performer. You know, she owned the stage. You know,
yeah, of course.
And her voice, and yeah.
Oh, she had an awesome voice. Yeah. So you like a lot of como like, I guess you would call, I would say like in those times it would be called like contemporary también, like Spanish music, right? Like Juan Gabriel, you know what I mean, in those times. Do you like Jose?
Yeah, Ana Gabriel, Jose. Well, my dad used to listen to Jose, and that's how I got into Jose también. But I learned about my dad through his music, through Jose's music. Armando Manzanero.
Oh, yeah.
You listen to him, you know.
How about Roberto Carlos? Roberto Carlos.
Oh, yes. They didn't really listen to a lot, but I do know of him. But I'm more into the older type, music, to include the mariachi stuff.
Oh, okay.
Because my parents, that's what I remember when I was little, what my parents would listen to. You know what I mean?
Awesome. So how about like as far as like the Tejano music, who is like your favorite artist, like in the Tejano music, like to you? Like,
me?
yo. Pues claro. Hey, you ever heard this joke? They go, ¿cuál es when they go, ¿cuál es el pollo más bonito del mundo? And he goes, ¿quién es? He goes, pues pollo. It's pretty much like that, right?
I mean, of course, Selena was a major inspiration,
Selena.
Not just to me, but a lot of people, yes. Shirley Lares, Stephanie Lynn.
Oh, Stephanie Lynn?
Oh, yeah, and I would try to listen to the females, no offense to the guys, but, there wasn't a lot of female Tejano artists out there.
You're right about that, you're right. Mm-hmm. And there's always more, like, you could find like tons of the male artists, and here and there you had like a couple of, because I've been collecting music since like 90s, and I was like, and I was really a big fan of Stephanie Lynn and High Energy when, her albums were like they were the bomb. You know, the first ones is Stephanie Montiel. You know, and there's a lot of them.
Elsa Garcia.
Oh, Elsa Garcia. Yeah, she's from here, from Houston, Texas, también. You know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, all right, Raza. So I'd like to thank Erika Renee for being part of my DJ show and Tejano channel. The video got cut short just 3 minutes towards the end for some technical difficulties on my camera. But I felt we covered most of the important stuff, so you know a little bit about her and everything. What we were talking about towards the end was we're talking about the music as far as new artists, and with that I say, you know, we have to support our Tejano artists, new and upcoming Tejano artists, as well as our pioneers that create new music. You know, that's the way we can keep this ball rolling. You know what I mean? As far as the Tejano music, and keep it going. Not let the culture die. You know what I'm saying? So so y'all I try to do my part here and try to show you new artists, new mixes from new artists, and as far as that, you know, to help out. You know what I mean? You know, it's our part to help out these artists to create new music. You know what I mean? And that keeps the onda going. So that's basically what was our conversation towards the end. You know what I mean? And like I said, once again, I want to thank Erika Renee for being on the show with me. She's an awesome person, very versatile in music and her genres and stuff like that. So with that I say, like I said, you know me, just go out there, Raza, and support Tejano all the time, Tejano music. You know, if you know you're at Tejano and you love the music, and check out Erika Renee's jams on every platform. That's No Te Preocupes y Tu Chaparrita. Alright? So okay, Raza, thank you for tuning in. So don't forget to click like on my YouTube channel and on the Facebook page, on my music page. I will be leaving the link right there on the video. Okay? Well, Raza, thank you. Peace out.
Hi, this is Erika Renee, and you're in the mix with DJ JR.
Quiero ser tu chaparrita, dueña de tu corazón. Hazme caso un poquito, verás que tengo razón. Tú no sabes que me gustas, pero pronto lo verás, que te hacía falta de una chaparrita de verdad. Quiero ser tu chaparrita, ser la reina de tu amor. Quiero estar contigo siempre, ven te canto mi canción. Quiero ser tu chaparrita, ser la reina de tu amor. Quiero estar contigo siempre, ven te canto mi canción.
Hi, this is Erika Renee, and you're in the mix with DJ JR.
¿Te has dado cuenta? Los hombres me rodean y siempre mensajean y sin discreción. Yo siempre les digo que sigo contigo, que no eres mi amigo, eres mi cupido. Para que sepas que no tiene sentido tirarme al olvido por un tal amor que me dice, según que me quiere, que sin mí se muere, falso corazón. Y es que prefiero no empezar de nuevo, en vez de amar sin amor sincero. Es que te amo, te doy mi regalo de amarte por siempre, aunque hable la gente. Yo te prometo amar prepare.
But all right, Raza, thank you for checking in with your boy DJ JR, straight out of Houston, Texas. And you were listening to Erika Renee with her 2 songs titled Tu Chaparrita y No Te Preocupes. It's available on every major platform. Y'all make sure and check that out. And once again, thank you for tuning in, Racita. Hasta luego. Peace.
Para que sepas que no tienes